Morning, FarmSim Guy. How are you?
Morning, Args. Good to see it.
Yeah, likewise. Now, we're back for another day here on No Man's Land, and we've got a lot of things to do.
We have indeed. We've made good progress on those fields, but I think we're going to try and optimise the yield on them, aren't we?
I think so. Some rolling and weeding might be in order, but that's not going to take us very long, so maybe some other things after that.
Definitely. I think might be some animals coming at some point in this episode.
Sounds like a good idea. Something else to do as winter comes around. So, into the tractors and down to the shop.
Yep, because we've not done that before.
No, my favourite thing to do. Right, we'll see you down there.
See you down there, mate.
Hello everyone, Argsy and the FarmSim Guy here. Welcome back to another episode of No Man's Land. And as you've just heard, we are heading straight down to the shop. We've got some shopping to do. We're going to pick ourselves up a roller and a weeder, and we're going to go to town on those two fields. Get them just about as good as they can be. I think once we've done that, they'll just about be all we can do, because I think they are fully fertilised, because we fertilised them when we planted and we got a fertiliser state when we mowed the grass prior. So that shouldn't take too long. Then obviously after that we'll be looking at what else we might be doing. Getting some animals, maybe some beehives. Not sure what animals we're going to get, but there's a few things we need to do to get the animals. We've got to get water, sort out a few other things. So should be a bit of a fun episode. So we'll get into the shop here and see what we're going to end up with and get started. Alright, so we're just down here at the shop. If we pop in here, we're going straight into the used vehicle sale, because sitting there is exactly what we need. Got this Gutler Mayer. This was on ModHub recently. Comes in two options, the 6.4 meter or the 8.2. We're going to go for the 8.2. You still get the discount on the base price, and then we get that extra option there for the slightly wider roller, but less than 10 grand. I'm not going to complain about that. So we'll get that bought. And then the second thing we were going to look at back in here is to go to the weeders. And we've got a couple of options here for weeders as well. We've got the smaller Aerostar 6 meters wide, which I think is all we need. We could go almost double the price for an extra 3 meters, but our fields aren't really big enough. We're all just set up with planters. We don't need anything to plant any of those crops. So I think let's go and get this one here. No options on it, so we'll just jump straight in and buy. And there we go, perfect. That didn't take too long, so let's go and jump out. So FarmSim Guy is already over there. He's claiming the roller. We'll go and grab the weeder and head on down to the farm. Alright, so there's FSG. He's getting the roller all unfolded, and he's going to get underway there on that field. I think we'll go down the back and make a start on the field down the other end with the canola in it, and get the weeds out. Now you obviously can't really see any weeds. Just having a look there to see what happens with the texture on the ground, but you can see that rolled texture coming through quite clearly. We'll head down at the back here. We can't really see the weeds, but when you hop out and stand next to the field info does say they're there. So there's obviously just some very small weeds that are germinating. So if we get through and pull them out now, prior to the crop emerging, then we should be in a pretty good spot to stop them coming through and smothering out the crop. So hop down here, get this unfolded, and make a start on this field. Alright, get that lowered down. Don't have access to this land. There we go. Right, hopefully I'm going to be able to tell where we've been, because apart from the wheels, there's actually no markers there. In fact, if we just very quickly turn our GPS on and get a track going down here, that should do a pretty good job to keep us going in the right line. There we go, that should be our A and B lines done. We'll just pop into here and throw up the auto width. 20 foot wide, perfect. We'll just get to the end, and I was just going to check the map and make sure that everything is working. Alright, we've just discussed and we've determined that we might not actually be doing anything practical by running the weeder over the field now. We may actually have to wait for the weeds to appear so we can get rid of them. I guess my number plate send help might be a little bit appropriate, because it looks like we might need a little bit of help understanding some of these mechanics we haven't used yet. Neither of us have actually tested them out like this, so always learning. Right, So we're going to go and park up. FSG is going to roll this field, then we'll go down and actually roll the back field. But we'll go and figure out what we can do in the meantime to keep ourselves busy. Alright, while FSG's busy over there with the roller, I thought I might just go and pick up a couple of loads of grass. We've obviously still got the pit there open, and we do have all this grass area over here, so I may even look at mapping out our next field and just seeing we're going to end up with that. So I'm just going to turn in here, mow around the edge of the trees and see what we've got in terms of land. So everything turned on here, lowered down, turn on the pickup on the back there, and we'll just go for a bit of a drive. I think if we just roll down here past the trees and see what we end up with. I think we're going to put our sheep pasture in here. We were talking about it earlier. Have them running so they've got a bit of free range in there under the trees. They've got a bit of cover. It is the Elk Mountain pack we're going to be using, so they are free range and we can put them wherever we like. But I'm just going to carry on here for a little bit and see what we come up with. Alright, so we've come over here. This is, if we just look on the minimap, we own all the way over to the edge of 32. We have talked about putting some grapes or something on the side of this hill because we don't want to be running machinery and equipment up and down that. It's probably far too steep to be mowing or anything. So some grapes or olives up there, while we'd obviously still have to run the equipment, just seemed a little bit more appropriate use of that space. So I have come down, we've mowed sort of about down as far as we had come previously with the other field. And that will leave us another decent sized field in here, and then another smaller one across the top, which we could join up with the other smaller one across the top and have one big long field and two other larger square ones. I'm just going to carry on around here, so we're going to use some of this space up as well for animal pastures and other things. We are going to start off with some sheep, but that might change as the farm develops. Alright, there's our first load unloaded. Now I've just been mowing a little bit of a square over here, which you'll probably wonder why. This is where our sheep are going to be going, as I mentioned before, and I thought we might as well make the use of the grass before we go and place the pasture down. The sheep don't eat the grass as part of the game, so we figured we might as well get it up and out of here, and then we'll have some grass actually in the wagon. We'll use that to feed them when it comes time. So I'm just going to carry on getting this little square done, and then we'll look at carrying on some of the other areas. The reason I've done it too now is because I didn't know how much of this I might get done before FSG's finished with what he's doing and ready to move on to something else. Alright, that's probably a pretty decent sized area for the sheep, I reckon. So that's going to help us with placing those down. So I'm going to carry on along here. What are we, 40%, so I should be able to get most of the way around another lap of this pseudo field, and I'll get back, and by then it looks like the way FSG's progressing with the rolling, he might just about be done. So we'll carry on around here and then go catch up with him. Alright, just getting our second load emptied out, and FSG is back, so that's pretty good timing there. We'll just pull out of here, we'll go have a chat with him, see how the rolling went, and figure out our steps from here. Gosh, I thought for a moment there he was going to go and use the pressure washer. Just having a look at his shed. Oh, he is going to use the pressure washer. Look at that. Would you like me to call a doctor?
Hey, I'm looking after my cat. I was going to put it in the shed, and I thought, no, I'm not going to put it in the shed dirty. I'll get shouted at if I do that, so I better clean it.
Oh, I'm impressed. I'm very impressed. Alright, so let's take a look. We'll just jump into the build menu. We come across here to animals and sheep. We've got the Elk Mountain set there. Now, FSG wondered if it might have had a bit of a marker or something behind it, but I can't see anything anywhere which is showing me. But I do seem to recall, we spin it around think that way. I get a feeling most of the sheep are behind it, so I don't know whether we just take a gamble and place it down around about there. If we need more space, it doesn't really matter. There we go, it's just decided to snap for me, but let's just put it down right about, I don't know, should we just take a punt and we'll put it down about there. What do you think?
I think it looks great.
It does look great, look good with some sheep in it too.
It will. Well, let's just buy some, shall we? They don't need anything other than grass.
Alright, let's do it. How many do you want to buy?
Oh, I don't know. Let's get a decent amount so we can use the wool. I don't know, 50, 60?
Alright, we'll jump in here. He said 50 or 60. So we've got we've got 4 different varieties, so let's get 15 of each. Alright, let's go find our sheep. Oh, look at that. All in through here. Oh, there's some deer in here with the sheep too.
This looks great, Args.
That worked out pretty well, didn't it? I just had some deer running in here with the sheep, but I've scared them off.
I think we're just about at the border of it here.
Oh, we just about judged it perfectly then, didn't we?
Yeah, it's ideal. It's ideal.
Indeed.
Very nice. Very environmentally friendly sheep.
Rustic. In keeping with the placeable, the sheep pasture.
Exactly. You could. Have you got anything left in that auger wagon? You could just dump it straight into there.
No, I haven't, but I did say I'd just mow some more and pick some up for them, so I'll sort that out now. If you want to... What are we going to do for water? We need to put get a water tank somewhere.
I'll tell you what, if you grab the grass, I'll sort a water tank.
Okay, perfect. Alright, so we jumped back into the tractor. We're going to go and mow a little bit more grass and give these sheep some feed. So we'll see how this all works out. FSG is off sorting out some water. I'm not sure what exactly he's going to be doing. No doubt he will surprise me with something. But let's just, we'll run around the field. We'll pick up another load. Might as well fill it up, and any that the sheep don't take can go into the bunker. Alright, there we are. We are full, so we're not going to mow too much more than we need to. Let's go and give this grass to the sheep, see how much of it they take. Alright, let's, I think this is the feed trigger here. SG looks like he's given them the water. To be on the rear implement, no. Oh, there we go, there's our trigger. We did have to be there, so we're getting that unloaded into the sheep. How much are they going to take? Hardly any after all that. 12%. You're reading the operator's manual?
Hey, Args, I think the trigger's too low down, so it's not. I'm not getting a trigger for the water, which is a bit annoying.
It is a tad annoying.
I've tried both sides. I can see it if I press F5.
Can you remember the TMR mixer in West Texas?
Yes.
He did it again.
Oh, sharp. Sharp, did I? That's me pouring through, oh. Yeah, my front weight's never going to dispense water, is it?
No.
Oh, why do I give you the ammunition?
Thank you. Appreciated.
Right. Fine.
We're not
gone anyway.
Yep, no, we've got water and food into the boat. They didn't take much, actually. I thought they might have taken more grass. 60 sheep, but we're set up now. Set up with some sheep, which would be good.
Look at them feeding as well. I love that.
That's pretty cool. When you drove over with the water, they actually all ran over towards you. So, I thought they might have been thirsty and hungry and knew you were coming.
No, probably to mock me for not knowing how to play the game.
Oh, they don't need to do that. I'll fill that role pretty well.
Oh dear. Right. Bees. Should we place some bees up at the top as well?
I reckon that's a good idea.
Help that canola grow.
Yeah, I think some bees and some beehives to get some honey would be very nice.
Cool. Right.
We're not going to tell them I thought exactly the same thing when I backed in with the loading wagon and couldn't get a trigger. I did figure it out on my own though, which is where we differ. But as always, FSG's giving me free ammunition to mock and ridicule him, which I'm not going to turn down. But there we go. We'll actually end up with about 300,000 litres of chaff in here once we're finished, which will be nice. We'll get this dumped out. As you heard, we are going to get some bees. We're going to put some beehives up around those trees just between the two fields, which will be a nice little addition to the farm. And here we are. We've got that placed, and we just need the pallets down. Go take a look at what FSG's done in just a second. That was pretty neat, isn't it? And some bees here.
Yeah, I like it. Oh, nice to see you've got your outfit on. Health and safety first.
Oh, like I said when we were cutting down the trees. Safety first. So we go, we've got a slightly higher yield bonus now. It doesn't have the rolling state on it, which is nice. So we're just going to have to wait until the crop's grown, and we're going to get those weeds. But we're not, we are, what are we, 96, 98 yield bonus, 100% fertilised. If we go over to the other side here, we are exactly the same, 100% fertilised, 98% yield bonus. So we're not actually seeing anything from the bees yet, but that may come in time. We'll just have to wait and see. There we go, $135,000 spent. We'll have to go and check out this BGA.
I was just saying, Args, it's a nice, nice compact little BGA, this.
It is a nice little one, isn't it? Yeah, this is from the Modding Welt team. I think I found it on Alice Mod Company website.
Yeah, and if we ran the road this side of it, so I see it's cut in there. It's like bit of landscaping maybe needed to soften that edge off here.
Yeah, and we've got the digest fill point if we want to access that on this side too. So
yeah, a bit of maybe a little bit of work to be done there, but looks good, doesn't it?
It does look good. Yeah, no, it's a nice little size and much more affordable than the base game one too. Alright, so another one of the Elk Mountain little mods that we've got here. This is the wood burner. I think I might just try and put this here near the corner of the shed. Try and do that without getting too close. But that'll give us a nice little heat source in there if we want to have a heater in the shed or anything like that in the future. Twist that around that way, and if we put it right about there. Oh, it moved out a little bit. No, it didn't. There it is. And that should give us a sell point now to get rid of this wood. So we let FSG drive over here. We should see if we can just throw it on, or what we need to do. That's a nice little addition. Hopefully the chimney won't catch the Eve on fire. No, we should be alright. Alright, that's all the wood offloaded off there. I think if we can just go over and interact with the trigger, I think. Seemed to be what it was, or it's either that or the tractor drives out of the trigger point, which sold it. Not sure which one it was. There's the tractor gone. Come over here. Here we go, and it sold it there. Not quite all of it. Move these couple of pieces a little bit closer. Here we go, have to be right in front of it. And all gone.
Nicely done. Doesn't make much money, does it? But I suppose if we started going wholesale on trees, it would do alright.
It'd do alright, yeah. I mean, it only cost us $4,000 to place, and we probably made $1,000 off those, so it's not too bad.
Yeah, and that was just stuff that was lying around the fields.
Yeah, that's right. There's a couple over in the other field. We need to get out before we plough that. Alright, so there you go. We've made a plan, and we're going to go and carry on with taking this grass off. Now what I might do, actually, I hadn't even thought about it, but we've probably got a GPS course we could use from the previous field. So I might open that up, see if I can load it in, and just carry on using that one. Alright, and there we go, we do have a GPS course. So we'll just carry on running with that one. Let FSG know when he gets over here he can use it as well. It is going to be a bit messy up in this corner where I haven't really taken things off properly, but it'll be alright. We'll just carry on here and get this all cut up and mown. Give us a good amount of silage in there as well. Alright, well with that in mind, I think we haven't had any time lapse. We've been busy doing other things we haven't had a chance to. I'm going to put this on a little bit of a time lapse and have a little bit of fun getting this all done, and we'll see you once we're finished. I'm not sure how far we'll go across the field, whether we'll take all of this off or not, but we'll just crack into it and see you when we're done. Alright, well I think we are going to call it quits there for our part of the collecting. I think FSG might be able to, I'm hoping he can collect everything else that's left over there, which would be good. Now I'm just trying to think where we might put this. I might just back this down next to the bunker on the other side, just so we can get in and get it leveled off, because at least we're going to collect some of the grass right down the very end of the farm. That might just about do it now. We might actually put the cover on it anyhow, just so we can get the silage fermenting and start to make some money off it with that BGA now. Let's connect that there. We'll go and put this mower down somewhere. In fact, seeing the shed's open, let's go and put it in there. Alright, we'll drop that off there. It's nicely tucked away in the corner of the shed. Let's go and find one of the subsoilers to get that hooked up, and we'll go and start trying to define a couple of fields over here, or one field at least. We'll go and see how we go. And it's actually, hadn't actually noticed, there's the windmill FSG's put in for our water. We'll go for a little drive past that and take a look at it. I did say he'd have done something. Didn't even ask him. Let's go and have a look at it. Oh, there we go, very nice. Windmill with a little water trough next to it, which must be what he used to fill the water tank up. It'll work perfectly. Right, let's go and we'll go and make a start. What I thought, I haven't really discussed it with FSG yet, but I was thinking we left a nice straight section through the middle here. We can make a track that comes through, hooks up to the sheep there. So I reckon I might just park about here, and if we go straight across, we could use some of the other field for something else down there, maybe some other animals. Who knows what else we might get in the future. I want to just set that on about 270, so we go on a nice straight line across. Go. Right. Let's put this down. Turn on create fields. And we'll just press go. Where we end up. Alright, now I don't want to go right hard against the trees, because it's going to pause there for a second. I want to get on a GPS course. So I wonder, if we press GPS there, where are we going to end up? Alright, there we go. We've gone show lines, and we're running it on a nice straight line there on the GPS. Just had a look. So I think if we run straight down here, I might make this field a little bit more regular, and that'll give us some space over there to start with our vines. That's what we talked about with the FSG. I believe I'm still wearing my beekeeper's outfit. Probably a little bit inappropriate in the tractor, but anyhow. So we run down, and I want to get to about the end of the field, or the edge of the other field, because the idea was that we could have cut the other field a little bit bigger. So I think we run across about there. Let's just get turned. There's our 90-degree heading. Here we are. Run across on about 90. That should just about do. If we run across here, that'll give us enough space to make a third field up the top. And in fact, it'll be a fourth field, won't it? Third. This is our third field. And then coming back down here, I want to leave a little bit of space so we've got a path we can access the fields with. So I think about there, we want to get on our GPS course again of about 180. There it is. And we'll head down this way, and then it's freestyle as we go around the trees. We'll just get around here and connect up to this, and that will be our field boundaries defined. Alright, so we've just had a chat to FSG. He's decided we might as well turn that into a little field. So he's going to do that, but first we can always, if we want to, put another placable down in there, put it in on top of it when it's just a cultivated field once we've taken a crop off it. But we might as well make the most of the land now while we've got it. So he's going to do that. Just have a little bit here to tidy up where we got carried away with the plough. But that's going to be a nice little field, I think. Perfect for some spuds or something like that. Alright, so we made a little bit of a start in here. We've knocked out most of this corner up in here. We had a couple of trees we needed to stop and cut down. But we're going to carry on. See if FSG's made a good chunk of that field over there done, so he'll be over here to help us. But I think it's time for the obligatory montage put together of us ploughing together, and catch you once we're finished here in this field. Argsy on the left, FarmSim Guy on the right. Are coming down the last straight. There's only a nose in it. Who's it going to be?
I think I might just be nudging it.
Cheat. I think you might be too. I wondered.
I left a bit. I'm going to have to go back and get a bit now.
I thought about doing that too.
Bit of fast farming.
Alright, well
I'll kill my OCD if I don't go and get it.
apart from FarmSim Guy missing a little piece because he tried to race me, we are all done. Look at that ploughing, that's fantastic. That took, and we just commented actually, we were chatting, that seemed to get a lot more done in this episode than we have previously. That field's massive. This one not so much, but look at all the rocks. Rocks everywhere. But that's going to work really well actually. Work very well. Got our sheep there, they're all happy. Got more silage, or more grass at least in the pit. We need to get that compacted down. And we also got all that rolling done as well. Just the weeding we didn't get done.
Well, Args, that was a seriously productive day.
Yeah, we picked a lot in, didn't we?
Can't believe we've got 2 new fields in. Sheep, bees,
A lot more.
loads more silage. Can't believe it.
Yeah, don't forget we rolled those fields too. And, well, we didn't quite get the weeding done. We'll have to wait until they've come up, I think.
Yeah, but no. Wow, wish every day was as productive as that.
Be good, wouldn't it? Would be good. Well, I guess we'll have to make some plans for how we're going to top that next week.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yep.
Alright, well, you can go and take notes on how to unload your equipment, and I'll catch you next week.
I will do that again.
Again. Again, yeah. It's almost like you thought it had changed between Texas and No Man's Land.
I know, right? Well, FS19 and FS22 it could have.
Yeah. How's the saying go? You can't teach an old dog new tricks.
Something like that, yeah. You can lead a horse to water.
Yeah, that's it. Alright, but fun as always. We'll catch you next time.
Yeah, look after yourself, bud.
Alright.
See you next week.
Yeah.
Bye.
Well, there we go. We are all wrapped up. As FSG said, we do have a whole lot more silage in here. Actually, just have a look and see what there is in here. 460,000 litres. So I think we started off with about 260, so we put another 200,000 litres in there, which is fantastic. That'll go a long way in the BGA. Not sure how much we can sell it for. Let's just take a quick look. About $300 per 1,000 litres. Not too much different from the farm shop, but we don't have to go all the way up there, which is very nice and handy. So that could be a very lucrative payday. But as always, from the FarmSim Guy and myself, hope you have enjoyed that episode. Thank you all very much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.